In this lesson, we'll be discussing how to navigate the floor plan view, or rather what I am calling floor plan navigation. So we have the various commands that we can use in ArchiCAD to navigate the floor plan view of our projects, the various zoom options, and we have the various mouse options that we can use. So having said that, let's switch to ArchiCAD and I will show you how to go about it. So we are now in ArchiCAD, and the first option that I want us to discuss is the zoom factor options. Down here we have this option written zoom, and you can see a value 379%. This is what I am calling the zoom factor options. So with that, I can be able to change this percentage by clicking on this arrow. Then I will get these options for either saving the current zoom or applying any of these percentages that I have here from 10% to 1000%, and this is going to change the size of the elements in my screen. So let's say I apply 1000%. Let's apply this, click on this to apply it and see what happens. So when I click on that, you see this has been zoomed by 1000%, and this item has been enlarged to appear bigger on the screen. So it was 1000, so you can see how that responds. So that is the zoom factor options, which is controlled by changing the percentages. We have other options, and these options also are found in the bottom toolbar. So let's get to the bottom here. The very first option is the previous zoom, and the next one is the next zoom. So what this represents is that the previous zoom, we can be able to move back to the screen, rather to the previously zoomed screen. So we'll be able to see the zoom factor that we had allowed in the previous screen. So if I click on this, this is what we are going to get. Then let's say we click on the next zoom, it is going to take us back to that screen that we had. So the previous zoom and the next zoom work like that. One moves us to the previously applied zoom factor, and then the other moves us to the next zoom factor that we applied just after that. Then next to the next zoom, we have this icon, which is a magnifying glass, which is represented by a magnifying glass with a plus sign at the center. So if you click on that, you will see the mouse, or rather the cursor, change to a magnifying glass with a plus sign at the center as it is represented here. With that, you can be able to locate an area that you want to zoom, or rather to increase the zoom, and then you will click at one point here, then move the mouse to select that area, and then click on the next one, and you will see the zoom has been applied. Now this object is enlarged and we can be able to see it more clearly on the screen. So let's say this is what I have. Then I get back to this increase zoom. I click on it, the cursor changes to that, and I come back here, click on this point to select it, move the cursor like that. Then I will have selected those objects in that area. Then when I click, that area is going to be zoomed to fill the screen. So that's how that works. So we have another option which is called fit to window. So the fit to window command is located just after the increase zoom, between the increase zoom and the zoom factor set options. So when you click on this, what is going to happen is that all the elements that are, or rather all the contents that are in this floor plan view are going to be squeezed to fit in the screen, in the viewable screen that we have on our computer. Or rather, all this white screen that you can see here is going to be populated by every other element that is contained in this floor plan view. So when I click on fit in window, that is what is going to happen. In case you want to change this view, you can go here under view and then choose to activate the construction grid display, and when that is activated, you are going to get those grids showing as that. So let's go to the mouse options for navigation. Mouse options for navigating the floor plan view, and the first one is pan. And what pan does is you are able to to move without increasing the zoom, you are able to move from one point to the other on the screen. So this is activated by pressing the scroll wheel on your mouse, and while pressing that, you move your mouse in either direction that you want to pan your object around. When I click on the scroll wheel, so you see the cursor changes to the sign of an and. Then if I move it towards the right, you can see the elements are moving towards the right. I move it towards the left, the elements are moving towards the left. I can also move it in any direction that I want. So that is the pan option, and you activate that by clicking on the scroll wheel on your mouse, and while holding that, you move your mouse towards either direction or towards any direction that you want your elements to be moved. We have option for zooming in, and this is possible using your mouse. So you roll the scroll wheel away from you like this, and you're going to see elements increase in zoom. So this is zooming in. So we are zooming in by rolling the scroll wheel away from us. Now let's say you want to zoom out. You will do the reverse of that. You're going to roll the scroll wheel towards you like this. Then you will see that everything is going to be zoomed out. Then we have options for fitting everything to the window, and we had seen this option for fit in window, but when you are using the mouse, you simply double click, rather you double tap or double click on the scroll wheel, and everything is going to fit in the available window. So just double click like that, and you will see everything fitting in the screen. So let's recap what we've learned. We've learned how to zoom in and zoom out using the mouse or using the zoom options that we have here. We have the previous zoom, the next zoom, we have increase zoom and fit in window, and we also have an option for adjusting the zoom factor in terms of percentages. We looked at four options for using the mouse to navigate the floor plan. We looked at zoom in, and zoom in happened when we rolled the scroll wheel away from us. And then we looked at zoom out, and that was possible by rolling the scroll wheel towards us. And we also looked at fit to window, which was possible by double clicking on the scroll wheel like this. And then the last one is panning around. So we pan around by clicking once on the scroll wheel, then while it is pressed, while you are holding on it, you are able to move your mouse towards either direction, any direction that you want to move the floor plan contents to. So that's how to navigate the floor plan. So the next lesson, we are going to discuss how to navigate the 3D view.